Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. As mentioned in the unboxing video, this watch hits 3 firsts in my collection. It's my first Zelos, it's my first bronze case watch, it's also my first Meteorite dial watch. So when it was announced that Zelos is launching a series of 40mm bronze watches, I was really excited. I have been wanting to get my hands on a bronze diver, but the size always prevented me from getting one. So when they announced this 40mm bronze watch, that was it for me. There are various different dials, but I always wanted a Meteorite dial. So what the heck? This version is the more expensive version in the series, but if you were to compare to other big brands that have embraced bronze, I think it's still pretty affordable at a price of $399 during the launch. Yep, it's sold out in just a couple of hours. That's the thing with Zelos and a lot of micro brands that follow such trends. More on that at the end of the video. Let's go through some dimensions of the watch. The watch comes with a case diameter of 40.8mm when I measure it across the 10 and 4 o'clock position, but on the website it's stated as a 40mm watch. It has a short and manageable lug-to-lug distance of 45.5mm, and the watch comes in at 12.4mm thick. It also comes with a standard 20mm lug width. The case is made out of CUSN8 bronze, which is a copper and tin alloy. The case comes mostly with brushed surfaces, with some high polish surface, especially underneath the bezel there. This watch has gotten a unique patina of its own after I wear it frequently to the beach, to the pool, and out in the rain. That's the wonderful thing that attracted many to bronze watches. The way each watch patina or oxidizes is unique to every watch. The choice of having a high polished surface beneath the bezel is a wise choice from Zelos. As much as we like the oxidization, we do not want it to build up and seize the bezel. The high polish slows the oxidization a little by having less surface area. It is also important to play with the bezel and screw down crown from time to time to prevent them from seizing up. Talking about the bezel, it did not come with a matching Meteorite dial bezel, but a matte ceramic bezel insert. I think it's a great choice going with matte as it matches the dial better, but I do really wish that it was really a Meteorite bezel insert. The bezel play is clicky but solid. There is hardly any backplay on the bezel itself. The markings on the bezel are very slightly recessed. I think I tried to look at it under magnification and I can see that it's slightly recessed. Not a lot, but slightly. And they are all filled with, I think, what they call the Superluminova C3X1 lume. The same goes for the markers in the dial. On the website, it is stated as having both C3 and BGW9, but because of the old radium kind of appearance, I'm guessing maybe they put C3 over BGW9. The lume on the hour markers are really bright. We will take a look at that. I will just slot in a video here. You can see the lume. Alright, this is how the watch looks like when it's in the dark condition. As you can see, I think the lume on the bezel insert is slightly less bright and they do not last as long as the lume on the hour markers and also the hands. The dial is what someone would call a sandwich dial. The markers are underneath the display with cutouts on the dial. The dial is what Zelos calls a gunmetal plated Meteorite dial. Looking closely, I think it's more of a painted Meteorite dial. Regardless of what, it is a nice looking dial. The dial is presumably made from sliced out meteorite. Each dial has a unique pattern of its own. Just below the 12 o'clock, we have the Zelos logo printed. Above the 6, it's a date window with a matching black date wheel. And above that, we have Swordfish 40 printed in white and 200 or 660 feet printed in red. I'm not really sure if I like the colors of the printing, but I think they are still okay. Having a date at 6, the watch has a very symmetrical look. I wish more watchmakers would adopt having a date window at 6. All the hands are high polished and they are filled with generous amount of lume. The tip of the second hand has a red painting that I think in a way matches the red printing on the dial. Powering the watch is a standard NH35. Yes, it's a Seiko NH35 movement, automatic mechanical movement that beats at 21,600 beats per hour with a power reserve of about 40 hours. It has a rated accuracy of -20 to +40 seconds per day. So let's put this on the time grapher and see how well it performs. Alright, let's start the time grapher. Okay, so I'm not sure if my camera is picking up because I have like a reflection going on. Maybe I should turn on some lights so that you can see this better here. So as you can see, it has a rated accuracy of between +7 to +9 seconds per day, which is quite good considering the rated accuracy is from -20 to +40 seconds per day. The Caseback is made out of stainless steel. Even though they have a swordfish on the caseback, the engraved texts are very light and feel lackluster to me. Each version is limited to 150 pieces and mine is number 11. Let's rotate it. So 011 out of 150. All versions of this series come with tropic straps. Yes, I need to clarify this before some all-knowing one starts commenting. I will always buy a watch with a bracelet, like someone did on my old Citizen Fugu video. However, if you wish, Zelos has the world's first ever bronze bracelet. I think it's bronze capped at the top with stainless steel at the bottom. They go for $199 a piece and they are sold separately. Yeah, it's like half the price of the watch here. Well, the strap is not too bad either. It's a tropic strap and it does come with a matching bronze buckle. Most of the surface on the buckle, I think they are brushed, but there is like 2 high polished chamfer, if you can see here, that gives it a little, maybe a little shine or a little bling, if someone would call it that way. Overall, this is really a nice bronze watch. It is not too big and comes at a more affordable price compared to other big players. However, the thing with Zelos and some micro brands is that you can't always buy them. Almost all their watches are limited editions with just a small number produced. As such, you can't always buy them, and if you want to, you will need to buy them from scalpers or you can only buy them used. For a bronze watch, getting a used version feels like missing all the fun seeing it patina. With all that said, I still think this watch is a great entry to the world of bronze watches, and for this case, Meteorite dial watches as well. So let's do a wrist shot before we end the video. Alright, this is how the watch looks on my 6-inch or 15.2 centimeters wrist. I think it sits quite nice. Well, you can argue that, a lot of watches will look big on my wrist. I just had someone saying that I look silly with my Christopher watch, so who cares? But anyhow, I think it still looks great because of the short lug-to-lug distance. I think it's still quite manageable. And looking at it, I think it conforms to the wrist rather nice. And this is how the buckle sits underneath the wrist. Sometimes I do get like 2 green lines underneath my wrist after wearing this watch like for a day, or maybe out in the beach, or maybe in the pool. So yeah, bronze, when it's oxidized, it typically goes like a slightly greenish color. So when your sweat touches the bronze, you know, that's where you get the green from. So alright, I think that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, please help to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. Till then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.